Please report.
The preparations have been completed as planned. As soon as you give the order, we'll begin.
Excellent. The Council gives its authorization. The operation will begin tonight.
Perfect, sir.
Needless to say, no accidents will be tolerated. Complete your task as agreed.
Don't worry, sir. The desired results will be achieved. I can give you my personal guarantee.
We wouldn't expect anything less. One final thing.
Sir?
Keep an eye on Mr. Chamber.
Again, I'm still dreaming. That's been happening a lot lately. My room this time. Almost every night I dream about the places I've been to recently, recalling them down to the last detail. During these dreams, I even happen to notice details that slipped my mind when I was awake. I think this is a very weird form of photographic memory. While I'm at it, I'll take the opportunity to chat with Charles. He's always enlightening. No one knows me as well as he does.
Charlie, may I come in? The car's ready. It's almost time to go. Charlie?
I dozed off again. I've got to quit staying up after hours. Yes, Gregory, I'm coming. Just a second. Why do I have the feeling I'm forgetting something? Unbelievable! I almost forgot my watch. It's part of my style, my character. I can't leave without it. Okay, now I'm ready.
Hi, Charlie. Sorry to disturb you. But if you don't want to be late, we need to go. Are you ready?
You're right, Gregory. They must be about to start at the museum. I'm ready to go. Gregory, is something wrong?
If I may... Well, yes. Unusual evening, don't you think?
What do you mean?
So, well, the fact is, it doesn't happen very often, seeing you at the museum.
If it wasn't for me, I wouldn't go there this time either.
Well, I'm not sure it's a bad thing. Besides, given the personalities present, the party will be noteworthy, I guess.
I feel I should be more specific. Non-alcoholic refreshments.
Alcohol is illegal, Charlie. Remember? Prohibition.
What a dumb law.
If you really don't feel up to it, I can take you home. Order the Proud Peacock if you prefer.
Nah, I wasn't in the mood tonight. And then the family's foundation insisted.
Pardon my curiosity, but can I ask what your family's foundation, the Farcon Foundation, has to do with it?
It donated a large sum for the construction of the new wing of the museum. Tonight they're holding the dedication ceremony, and unfortunately, my presence is required.
I see. Well, when you're a well-known person, it's normal to have so many commitments. Anyway, here's the museum. We've arrived.
Okay, here we are. I think it won't be easy at all.
Here's the guest of honor.
Good evening, Professor Archer. It's a pleasure to be here.
I can assure you the pleasure is ours. All of this has been made possible by your donation to the museum.
No problem. I'm known for being a great art enthusiast. More or less. Anyway, you're too kind. I'm not the only one who contributed.
Don't be so humble. You've been the most generous of our financial backers by far. Mr. Chamber, now I must ask you to excuse me. I have to check that everything is ready for this evening. In the meantime, please enjoy the reception and have a look at our exhibition. You'll find it stunning.
Oh, I can assure you I'm already surprised. Mostly that I'm here. A couple of statues. They're of uncertain origin. Dating is uncertain. A Phoenician urn. Pretty unsettling. A guy laughing. Here's Lord Careless's armor. He was an ancestor of mine. I still dream of being a leader in the middle of some battle. This amphora has no tag. How am I supposed to know what it is? A display cabinet with some important items of various origins. There's a Greek plate, a Phoenician cup, an amphora from Asia Minor of uncertain placement. I have no interest at all in taxidermy. Furthermore, since I became a detective, people have been staring at me with suspicion. Hey, look, a piece of stone. What a nice pedestal. It seems like a fine piece of workmanship. Come on, are you kidding? This is a head. Tasteless. Completely tasteless. Here's something interesting. The buffet. Canapes. There should be some salmon. Some salmon and pineapple? An ice statue of the god Neptune. Strange. The trident looks metallic. I always liked ice statues. I remember I once organized a themed competition in my garden. Haha, sparkling. It's sweet. That pendant is really strange. What a peculiar shape. I don't know why, but it reminds me of something. Hello.
Please stop. And this is your attempt at an icebreaker?
Excuse me?
First off, you could offer me something to drink, don't you think? Please, bring me a drink.
Actually, I could use a drink right now.
Fortunately, I'm not diabetic. This stuff is undrinkable. Try again.
Here it is.
Very good choice, thank you. If you'd like, we could chat a little now.
I thought I knew everyone attending the grand opening, but it seems that I was wrong. Let me introduce myself. My name is Chamber, Charlie Chamber.
Mr. Chamber, it's a pleasure.
And you are?
I am a great art enthusiast, as you are, I presume.
So are you enjoying the exhibition?
There are some pretty interesting items on display, don't you think?
Professor Archer, the organizer, he's a great expert.
Of course, the artworks are also beautiful.
Have you recently arrived in town? I've never seen you before.
I wouldn't miss this evening, but I'll only be staying in the city for a few days.
I hope you'll enjoy your brief stay then.
I'm sure it will be. I carefully planned my whole stay.
Are you here at the grand opening by yourself?
Why are you asking me this question?
Please excuse me. I didn't mean to sound impudent. I was just trying to make conversation.
To answer your question, no. I'm here with friends, Mr. Chamber. Now, if you'll excuse me, I prefer to continue my visit alone.
Oh, yes, of course. What a way to lose your edge. Wow. Interesting conversations tonight. What a great start. Okay, I will comfort myself by visiting the buffet.
Sirs, I must ask you to remain calm. We've just discovered that there was a theft at the museum. There is no reason to be alarmed. We have already called the police. They'll arrive any minute. I can also guarantee that the thieves have already left the building.
Hello, Uncle.
Hello, Charlie. What are you doing here?
I was here purely by coincidence. One of the usual social events.
Would you like to come down to the precinct with me for your testimony?
Do you have something to drink?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
So, Charlie, can you confirm that you didn't see or hear anything strange or suspicious during the party?
No, sorry. I was busy having refined social interactions.
I see. One last question. By any chance, did you see Professor Archer leave the museum hall during the reception?
Let me think. Now then, Professor Archer actually left the museum hall at a certain point. I think he said he had to check the latest arrangements.
Understood. Perfect, nephew. I think that's it.
Excellent. Just curious about one thing. Why the question about Professor Archer?
No offense, Charlie, but this doesn't concern you.
Sorry, dear uncle, but you're not getting away with that. Now you've got me curious. It's times like this when I think of my conqueror ancestor, Lord Carolus I. Everything was simpler in his time. To persuade someone, you just needed a big catapult, some big rocks, and you were good to go. I don't want to be intrusive, but you must admit that my curiosity is more than justified.
You're building castles in the sky, my dear nephew. You must accept the fact that there's nothing to be said about Professor Archer.
Unlikely. We're not just chatting to kill some time, after all. That question had a precise purpose. I'm sure of it.
Don't even start, Charlie. You know I can't reveal any information about an ongoing investigation.
I didn't ask you to share information, just your ideas.
You're not a policeman. Some information is not meant for you. We're still working on the list of potential suspects. We can't afford for any information to leak out.
So this is what we're talking about. Potential suspects. And who's on the list?
Don't get agitated, Charlie. I never said we had a list of suspects.
You're the one who mentioned suspects, not me. Why would you take back what you said now?
Okay, you win, nephew. It's true. There is a suspect, but we haven't yet formalized charges. It's Professor Archer.
So it's true. But come on, that's ridiculous. The idea that the professor would be involved in this is absurd.
According to our reconstruction, the thieves definitely had an accomplice inside the museum, and the professor was the only one of the guests who was absent at the time of the theft. Furthermore, many witnesses saw him leave the reception hall. We're still evaluating the options, but based on the evidence we have, it's likely that the professor will soon be charged. Anyhow, it's very late. I need coffee. Do you want anything?
No thanks, I'm fine.
Wait here for me until I come back. It's best that you don't wander off through police headquarters.
This is the guest list for the gala evening. Very strange. There weren't that many of us. It could just as well be an impartial list. And then the list doesn't include the woman dressed in white who I got that drink for.
Okay, nephew, I think we're done for tonight. There's nothing else. Go home, and thanks for your help. One last thing, Charlie.
Yes?
I know that you've recently decided to play private detective.
To play?
And I know that the last time, despite my warnings, you threw yourself head first into the first case you came across. But this time, please try to stay out of trouble and leave it to the police. Promise?
Come on, I did solve the case last time after all, and you know that my involvement was completely accidental. An absolutely unrepeatable situation, I might add. You'll see, I won't annoy you at all. After all, why should I get involved in this case?
Exactly. Why should you? Do we understand each other?
I assure you, Uncle, this time I won't interfere. Home at last. Con, I'm frazzled. Pro, the evening was more lively than I expected. Con, I'm sober. Pro, it's not raining? I'm confused. Was it a good or bad evening? I know, maybe it's a little bold to keep a mobile bar in plain sight. But after all, if they searched my house, it would take them hours to get here. On second thought, the bar would be the least of my problems. If memory serves me right, I think there are rooms holding rather compromising stuff somewhere. I may be wrong, though. There are rooms I haven't visited for years. To be honest, there could be some rooms I've never been in before. I know. It's an ancient helm owned by an ancestor of mine, a medieval leader whose name was Lord Carolus I. I've always loved it. I used to own Lord Carolus's entire armor, but I recently donated it to the Ancient History Museum for the grand opening of the new wing. I kept the helm, though. I just couldn't part with it. There's now a copy on display at the museum. What is this? I'm fairly sure that it wasn't here before I got out. Gregory must have left it here to show it to me. It opened! That was kind of fun after all. Oh, wait, I forgot. I hate puzzles. There's a letter inside with just Service Society written on it. Oh, well, now it's definitely more clear. And this symbol. Should it mean something? And the box, what's it supposed to mean? Bah, I'm too tired to think about it now. On the off chance that I remember, I'll try to get a clearer picture tomorrow.
Sorry to disturb you, Charlie, but we've got company.
At this hour? It's been kind of a boring and unending evening. Con, they won't let me go to sleep. Who?
Good evening, Charlie. I hope this won't turn out excessively unbecoming for a woman to pay her boyfriend a visit in the middle of the night.
Toletta! Of course not. This is a sudden but very pleasant surprise.
If you'll excuse me, I'll take my leave now.
Please, have a seat. Can I get you something to eat or drink?
Thank you, Charlie. I'm fine right now.
If it's okay, I would like something to drink. I have a feeling I'll need it.
First of all, I'm sorry for showing up here at this time without notice.
As I said, it's not a problem at all.
Second, I have to apologize because this is not a selfless visit. I heard about the theft that occurred at the museum last night.
Someday you've got to explain to me how you always know everything.
Each of us has their little secrets, Charlie. Aside from the fact that a bit of mystery adds spice to life, right?
Haha, you're probably right. However, remember that solving mysteries is part of my job now.
I'll take that chance. Or it's better to tell the truth. It's exactly because of your new occupation that I came here tonight. You see, my family has donated lots of important finds to the museum over the years, objects to which we are historically and emotionally attached.
Wait. Do you mean the Ancient History Museum? The one that was plundered last night?
That's right, Charlie.
That's unfortunate.
At the moment, even I don't know exactly what has been stolen, but it's certain that among these are objects my family is particularly fond of.
I'm sorry, Toletta, but frankly, I don't get it. I'm aware it's not great news, but I assure you that I'm really sorry.
Those objects, Charlie, represent the bond my family has with this town, the chain that ties together its origins and our history. As you know, there are rumors and gossip regarding the name Thradamachus.
It's inevitable. You're an extremely important and influential family. You're not really doing anything to keep people from gossiping.
Rumors and gossip that aren't always flattering.
Indeed.
Those finds are proof of the good deeds we've done over the years. That's why they're here. I don't want this memory to be lost. In plain words, Charlie, I want to hire you. I want the stolen goods from last night's robbery to be retrieved and returned to the museum. Can you do it? For me and for my family's reputation?
It's a pretty demanding task. After all, I just started up my business a short while ago, and I only have one active case. On the other hand, I guess I'll have to gain experience sooner or later. Besides, if I turn her down, what will Toletta think of me?
Charlie, are you still there?
What? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was lost in my thoughts.
So, what's your answer? Do you need to give it further thought?
No, I'd say that I've thought this through. Okay, you can count on my help. From now on, I'm working for you.
Thanks, Charlie. I knew I could count on you. I just hope I didn't involve you in an excessively unpleasant situation.